what can you do to transform your life and to get the best out of life? There's not a formula. It's not like a 5-step or 6-step formula. It's more like a puzzle. It's not one thing or two things that you need to transform your life. You need to work with everything at the same time. You have to consider, I think the most important part is your nutrition. Nutrition is so important because it will affect all areas of your life. It will affect your brain. And I think everything starts in your brain, right? Because if your brain doesn't function, the physical brain doesn't function correct, the chemistry is not good, you cannot have good thinking, you cannot have a positive mind, because everything starts with the physical health of your brain. So to have a healthy brain, you need to start with nutrition. Because if you put toxins, not only the ones that you eat or drink, right? Also anything in your ambience, in your environment, like the cleaning supplies that we use. If we use a lot of chemistry, products, all, toxic, your brain is going to get affected, your brain and your body. So I think it's important to go with non-toxic cleaning products. I use one that it's called Force of Nature, and it's all natural. It's a great product, and you don't put a lot of toxins in your body with that. Also, the water supply. The water supply has so many things that affect your health, including arsenic, in a very small amount, but anything even in a small amount will affect you. So it's important to have a water filter, a good quality water filter in your water, right? It goes for what you put into your body, your nutrition, the type of proteins that you use. You need to go with no hormones, no antibiotics, and that includes meat, chicken, fish. Buy wild fish. Don't buy farm fish. Tilapia is a man-made fish, so I don't eat it. I don't think it's good for your health. I rather stick to salmon, snapper, grouper, cod. There's a lot of fish that you can have that but buy the wild, don't buy the farm. And the chicken, buy the no hormones, no antibiotic, cage free, all that stuff. It's important for your health. Some people goes like, no, it's more expensive, but you know how much more expensive you will have to pay in doctors bills instead of taking care of your body and your brain. So when you take care of your brain and your brain has a balanced chemistry and everything functions, it's much easier to be positive, to feel confident, to see the best thing out of life. So it will make it easier to have positive thoughts, to work with what you are saying to yourself. And also, another thing that is very important is what you put into your mind, right? What you see, what you hear, what are you watching? What movies are you watching? Are you watching the news? The news, they are made to get ratings. So they will talk about what people wanted to hear, bad stuff. It's very, it's not very frequent that you will see a good thing in the news. because it's like nothing good happened in the world, that everything that happened is bad. And that's the way they sell the news. Everything bad will sell, and that's what they are using. And what you think, what you say to yourself. Sometimes we say so harsh stuff to ourselves that if we tell that to a friend, they wouldn't want to talk to you. And just say those awful things to yourself. And we need to stop doing that. And the best way to start doing that is to be aware. Because when you are aware, you can change anything. But if you are not aware, nothing will happen. And so every time you think about something that you wouldn't tell anybody else, change it. Say, no way, I cannot say this to myself. I'm not that person. And we tend to be harder on ourselves than in anybody else, right? Because that's how we function. And we need to change that. We need to, we need to be happy. And happy is not like a state of euphoria or to be jumping all the time. No, it's an interior state of content, to feel content with yourself. You can be happy and have something terrible happening to you, because happiness is something inside of you that nobody can give you. Some people are looking for happiness outside of themselves, and we will never find it outside of ourselves. It's something that we have inside, and then we can, somebody else can make us happier, to enjoy life. But if we are sad, mad, upset, nobody can transform our state. We need to do that. And there's a lot of things that you can do. As some of you know, I'm a new code NLP practitioner, and there's a lot of stuff that you can work with your subconscious mind to change your state, to change, how your outlook at life and to your past, to transform emotions that are affecting your life. And anything that you can fix is you are going to have a better life. And some people says, no, I don't want to work with the subconscious mind because they see this as a mystery. And in reality, it's not a mystery. It's like your brain. God gave you your brain, right? Your conscious mind, that there's where you can make decisions. And then you have your subconscious mind, that is like the file of your life. Everything that have happened in your life is there. And what happened is, if you, me, everybody have that, things that haven't been great that have happened to you, and you have those files in there. And normally those files, it's an event attached to an emotion, and that will dictate how we react, right? Let's say we have let's put myself as an example. I have fear of abandonment, right? So every time something happened that resembles something that happened when I was a kid, that I felt rejected or abandoned, that will trigger something in me. And I will react in a way that maybe has nothing to do with what's going on at the moment, but it triggers something. And that also have made me stay in relationships for longer than I should, right? Because of the fear of abandonment. And so the best way is to solve those issues. So I have been working in like an example. I transformed one memory that I had with my dad I transform it completely, and it have worked because I don't have those triggers so frequently, right? And I don't want to make the mistakes that I made in my past, in my present or future relationships, because you learn from what happened in your life, and you try to get the best out of it instead of repeating the same mistakes. So I think that's important. Also, I think it's important to have like a hobby, something that you love to do, something that make you passionate about things. And sometimes you can do it as you work, that it will be the ideal, to work on something that you are really passionate about. Or it can be a hobby, something that you like to do, something that gives you joy, that makes you happy. That's another thing that that can help you to enjoy sometime in your life, because sometimes we have stressful jobs that we need to do it, and maybe it's not your passion. If you cannot change it, get something that gets you passionate about something. I love plants, and I love orchids, but now I have some bonsais. My son moved to my house for a little bit to regroup, and he brought some bonsais, and I love it. I'm gonna show you some of them. They are super cool. Let me see if I can change the camera. No, I cannot do that. So let me go and turn it around. Look at this. Can you see it? It's a fig tree. Look at the figs. Little figs. So there's also, he has these trees. So I think I'm going to adopt some of this because I think they're so cool. Let's see. And then he has like a forest in here. So it's super cool. And I have been enjoying taking care of them. There's some other ones that he has in here. Very, very cool. Well, I think this is it for today. So have a great day. Bye.